Oh, come join us.
Okay, guys.
Just a joke, ISH stand for what?
I never asked, I don't know.
You don't know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I so hot.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the inaugural 618 show with your host, Mr. Zeno, who happens to be the editor at Renotalk.com as well. This evening, I have with me Mr. Eric Ong, who is the director of Ish Interior Design Holdings Private Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Eric Ong. Mr. Eric Ong, thank you so much for joining us in our first 618 show. Can I just call you Eric?
Yeah, it's my honor.
Yeah, great to say Mr. Eric Ong. Okay, the 618 show, what is this show is all about? If you guys remember that I shared during my Renotalk show that we're going to have another formal show. So this 618 show is the formal kind of show. As you can see, I'm with my blazer. Eric also is with his blazer. So this is where I'm going to invite industry expert, major industry stakeholders into our show, and I will ask them questions pertaining to the industry and pertaining to their expertise. And as you know, Renotalk is all about renovation. So the industry that we're going to cover is everything under renovation, and also a little bit about the home and lifestyle industry. Okay, but it is a formal kind of show, but let's not be so rigid and sticks, and be tough, I should say. Just relax.
You should serve me wine.
Wine. Oh, the thing is, we cannot be showing the consumers my guests are drinking alcohol next time. Okay. After this. Okay, Eric, let's begin. So other than knowing yourself as the director of Ish Interior Design Holdings Private Limited, you are also playing a very active role in the SIDS, right? The Society of Interior Designers Singapore. You want to tell me your role there?
Okay, basically we are a group of volunteers from different companies, and we are all like directors or designers that contribute a lot of our times to help to elevate or try to improve the industry that we have in Singapore. Currently, Mr. Kit Ong is our president.
Professor Kit Ong.
Professor Kit Ong, yes, and he's very popular in overseas China. So because of him, and we have done well, the SIDS. And this year I'm being appointed to chair this, to be the chairman of the social event.
Okay.
Yes. Shortly we'll come up with something very interesting to the industry, and we will look forward to that.
Okay, all right. You are currently the deputy chairman of the industry relation committee, don't they?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
And the social event.
And the social events as well.
Yes.
Okay. So, all right. Thank you so much. Now at least I've settled your title. Okay. Let me ask you the next question, which is please share with us your interior designing background. I know you must have a number of years that you have spent as an interior designer. But how did you first start as an interior designer? Please give us about 2-3 minutes of your time to share this.
Okay, that start with back in 2002.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's quite fair bit. 2002 is it's
very
more than 17 years.
Yeah, more than 17 years.
Yeah. Okay, actually in my unis, right, I did not study ID. Okay. Yeah, okay. I master in this psychology. Bachelor of Arts Psychology.
Okay, yes. Why did you learn psychology?
It started with when I renovated my own house, right? And I engaged a so-called ID in the market, and the whole thing is being screwed up.
Okay.
So I told myself, I said, hey, look, this is a good business opportunity, right? If you could put the patient in doing well, I mean, be sincere and open heart to do it with honesty, we should succeed one day. So with that, I start to hire designers in my company, and then I learn from them, and then at the same time, I applied my psychology theory to know people, to understand their needs, to study their behavior. Wow. And from there, I realized that yes, actually it does help a lot. And in fact, psychology does play an important role in designing as well, to understand the human behavior. I mean, after all, interior design does matters with how the people is going to use the environment, the space, right? And how we're going to stay in the house and stuff like that.
I'm sure psychology is a major component in
it's quite a major component. It's just that nobody going to classify that as a psychology point of view, whereas from my side, I think that
really important.
It's very important. And along the way, I pick up quite fast because since young, right, it's always the case that, see, who told you artists must be graduate from certain...
I agree, I absolutely agree with yes.
uni or certain place, right?
I absolutely agree with
artists can be famous because of their own taste and own creativities. That creativities cannot be learned, but can be trained, right?
Yep.
So correct. What I did for myself is I always travel. I travel a lot. I go to the show, the furniture show in China, you know.
Design show, all.
Yes, all the design show you attend. As long as you have a passion to it, I think you can do well.
Wow.
But of course, nowadays in today's society, everything comes with a cert, and
yes,
unfortunately we are all looking for that.
We have to. I have to agree with that also. 17 years later, right now, like what I asked you earlier, you're a director of your own. This is your own, right? The interior design.
Yeah.
Each is your own, and also the deputy chairman. How do you balance these two roles, knowing that you are?
I'm lucky that ISH have a very good team work.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So I trusted my staff so much that they'll be able to meet the customer themselves, and they can collect check, bang in a check, blah blah blah. So it really free up a lot of my times. That my role nowadays becoming like we only discuss
advisor like that.
Yeah, it's a design consultant.
你是老板嘛，对不对？
Yeah. So what happened is like when there's a project, right? After my staff have designed something like that, they always ask for my opinion, and I just need to scan through and then give them some advice, and then we discuss, brainstorm a bit, and then they carry on to modify it.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So I don't have to be hands-on or run a job site. So that really free up a lot of my times and allow me to travel, to learn more, and to contribute to SIDS. Yes.
Okay. You founded the Ish Interior Design in 2005, correct?
Yes.
Okay. How do you manage to grow this company in 2005? And now, after growing this company to what it is today, how do you ensure that the clients keep coming back to Ish Interior Design and not some other interior design company? How do you do that?
I would say that to grow a company is not easy. It's really not easy.
It's not easy.
It's about employing people. It's like how to use your people and stuff, right? So I believe that if you treat your staff well, reward them well, you know, don't tekan them. You know, when they make mistake, make sure that you allow them to make some mistake, and then
so that they can learn, right?
We apologize sincerely to client, and then we rectify the whole thing, rather than cover up and move on, right? That's bad. Yeah. So I think treating the staff well and pay them well is one of the key component. The next thing is I think for client side, we try not to do too much sales talk in the market. Yeah.
Okay. Don't do too much sales talk. Okay. That's interesting.
Just be sincere. If you don't know, tell you don't know. I mean, you can say it, I go and check it out later. You know, then come back to the client. Just be sincere. The pricing wise, you have to tell client, look.
Don't smoke them, don't they?
You don't never send them. It's nowadays due to social media, due to technology, right? It's very easy to check on you. So just be sincere. If you're wrong, then just apologize, right? And get the things fixed up now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I believe in treat the staff well and then treat the customer with honesty.
I like that. I like the attributes. Thank you, Eric. Now, moving on. You have been involved in so many projects, I'm sure. Is there a particular number to it? How many projects have you finished? Have you
actually
get involved?
We have lost count. We never believe in
counting
numbers.
Okay, perhaps there is a favorite one, or like the most challenging one, or the most memorable project.
Actually, the most challenging one. I remember back in some years ago, we did a MNC office at Marang Tower. Why we are being chose, not because we are good in design, whatever, because I be able to convince them that I can finish their job in 3 weeks, while all other companies said no, it's 6 weeks.
Wow.
So from there we OT every night, and then me, myself, and my team was on site. So we managed to finish up in 3 weeks, and the CEO of the company was damn impressed. And that's the first time that I received cash as an ang pao, the tips from the client.
Wow.
Hey Eric, this is $1,000. Go and enjoy your dinner with my team, with my manager and stuff like that. You feel appreciated. Yeah,
wow,
very much appreciated.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sure even if I'm in that position also, I will 感动啦，是不是？
Yeah.
You feel very touched. Okay, Eric, now let's talk about your expertise and perhaps also your company's expertise, Ish Design Holdings Private Limited. Is there an area where you focus in terms of interior designing or interior designer, or are you off way with all design aspects? Please share with us a little bit.
Okay. A lot of times, right, people think that by designing a wow effect, nice home, you must be using like expensive material. Okay, it's a lot of times it's true, but ISH Design Private Limited, like us, right, we will tend to find alternative way, the cheaper material, and placing at the weird angle, whatever, to achieve the wow effect as well. So I'm not saying that it's exactly the same effect as the expensive one, but at least it wouldn't look cheaper and it still look presentable and nice and create a wow effect. Okay, that's part one of our forte. The next part I think is we have to mention is we really help and the client to in terms of spending.
Save money lah.
Save money lah. Like a lot of clients, when they save on renovation and design build, right, they spend like a branded product like the fridge or the microwave or TV, right?
Yeah, like say so, US brand or that kind of thing.
Like even the LED TV, you can spend 4,000 and 1,000. The size is the same, but the specs is, the visual, the technical spec is different, right? But all those are salesman talk and technologies lah. But if you don't compare eye to eye, right, actually you can't really see the difference. So for us, right, we will strongly advise our client, look, I mean, don't listen so much to the salesperson, whatever, and then you can cut costs here and then spend on things that you really need to, like in terms of a nicer feature wall, a really long-lasting wardrobe, or a TV console.
Okay, TV console. Okay.
Yeah, because a lot of times people think that, hey, I can spend like 400 to 500 to buy a TV console from outside, right?
Okay.
Why should I design and build for $800? Almost double.
True that.
But they are not aware that the TV console outside, all the wood panel they use are using chipboard. I mean, mostly that price range lah. So it's more prone to wear and tear, and the drawer track, the system that they use. So for us, right, let's say we use a certain brand, a German brand system, it can last longer. And then
save money like that.
Yeah, so let's say for 3 years you have to spend 400 or to 500 to get a new one. But design and build TV console can last you easily 15 years, So in the long run, we help you to save.
That's good.
Yeah, so that is part one. Then the other one, like if for example study table, right? We say, hey, you can buy from outside. Look for those that make with metal frame, then tempered glass top or something like that without the wood. Because those are factory made, and then the quality is there and doesn't really tear down or spoil within a few years. So it's more worth it to buy those than to design build. So we do offer more honest, down to earth advice, help client to save costs, and then in the long run, they will see the result.
Yeah, I think I have to mention this that the homeowners, I think one of the main thing that they look out for when they want to engage interior designer is that they actually want to save costs lah. So ladies and gentlemen, if you guys want to find out more about what each design holdings can offer you, they provide a .com kind of personalized service. Go and check them out. Okay, Eric, move on to the next question. What is the main difference between a contractor and an interior designer? Now, the reason why I ask this question is because customers can just get a contractor and do a certain part of the job. Why would they need to employ interior designer? So I think they might I think certain consumers might not understand the difference between a contractor and an interior designer. Now, in your view, can you just share with us a little bit about the difference?
Taste.
Taste. Okay.
I think ID are very well trained in the area that their taste is much better than contractor. Yeah, and of course in some of the space planning wise, right, IDs they are able to plan and maximize the usage more efficiently than contractors. But I think back to the thing mainly is the design taste. Yeah,
okay.
Because by playing and familiar with different materials, right, ID can help reduce the same cost that contractor propose, but in the end of the day, they create a better, more impressive outcome of the design. Yeah.
Okay, very interesting. Okay, knowing this, so there'll be a lot of competition, I must say. Correct.
Huge competition.
So how do you stand out, amongst the competition? How do you like beat all your competitors?
We can't beat all the competitors. We are just trying to do our best. See nowadays in the market, right? There's a lot of, we call it renovators or
yes.
Yeah. Yesterday there were the salesman for car, or they are salesman for handphone.
Correct.
The next day they hold a card. Hey, I'm a sales ID from this company, right?
Yes, Eric.
How do you beat them? It's hard because due to marketing wise, right? There are firms that they spend a lot of money on marketing, on packaging, on package. So, and the price today is, the market today is very price sensitive. So honestly, we face the same issue. So that's why SIDS have worked out a roadmap to come up with accreditation.
Okay.
Yeah. So we are thinking to accredit those really proper trained ID. Even me, right, without a certificate.
Yes. Okay.
SIDS doesn't qualify me as a professional member. It's only a normal member. They call it associate member. But I have to submit my project, my profile,
your experience, your achievement,
yes, my achievement, and then I have to go through interview by the panels of the SIDS.
Wow.
After they interview me, they think that yes, I really know my work. I have my experience. Then they'll be able to promote me to the professional member.
And that will make you stand out amongst the competition, don't they?
I would say we are trying to bring this message to the public, So it's not a day one, day two thing. Now if I come to tell you, hey, I'm the professional member of SIDS. You say what? Huh?
So
what is that? So I'm also ID. It's because it's the market. It's not cultured, or how to say, it's not ready to accept yet. So we have to keep doing it. So we have to recruit more ID. We have to share how to protect, and then we have to give them accreditation. To differentiate the IDs and the contractors. That's part of the path that SIDS is trying very hard to achieve. That's part one. Rest for ourselves, we can't do much. We can only tell the client, look, this is what we know, this is what we do.
This is what we can offer.
Yeah, we have no variation, we are honest. But to be honest, due to price sensitive, tough. The moment they throw price, and then they can bill you later the VO. You can never tell, right? Yeah, so that is tough. That's tough. Tough question to answer as well.
But I like what you said about where SIDS is coming in and to have to be the governing body and the accredited body when it comes to interior design, and I think it really fits really well for the future. Okay, we will definitely update you guys on that and what's going to happen in the future. Now, back to your personal self. How do you remain creative, and what inspires your creativity? Now, it can be anything,
Travel.
Okay.
I like to travel.
Okay.
So you see, design doesn't only come in Singapore, right? If you sit in the office every day, no matter how you think, how you Google, is like that, right? So you have to go out, you have to experience. Go fine dining, or if you eat hawker food every day, you can't design something also, right? But if you eat fine dining restaurant, from good restaurant, medium restaurant to from different part of the world, neighboring country, I think you will be able to get some instinct and ideas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
So travel, yes, travel. We learn a lot.
Do you have like a motto in your life? Motto as in a sense, you have like something, one word or one term that you look up to. Let's say, for example, life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get. Do you have anything like that in your life? Do you? You may.
To me, I believe a lot in still honesty lah. Honesty. I know in market now, you do business, you tell people honesty, people laugh at you, right? But doesn't matter. I mean, this is me lah. I just just want it that way.
Honesty is the best policy. Thank you, Eric. Okay, let's relax with the question a little bit. Now we're gonna ask you a bit more relaxing kind of question. Okay, if you had known something from the start when you begin as an interior designer, right, what would it be? Let's say, for example, I'll give you an example. Let's say, if I know how to do plumbing, I can bring in plumbing products into my package or things like that. Something like that.
I would say probably due to the role that I'm having in SIDS and the requirement nowadays, I would say probably back then I should have just get a cert lah, additional cert. I mean, you don't have to be a degree. I mean, degree is just a stepping stone, right?
Right.
I have my Bachelor of Commerce degree and Bachelor of Arts degree already, so. It's good to get another diploma or whatever on design lah. At least it can push me further ma.
Correct. I absolutely agree with you. Okay, looking at the industry market in Singapore and also maybe perhaps the region lah, what is the one thing that you are curious to know about right now? Perhaps in the interior design industry, what is it that you really want to know? In maybe let's say in 5 years time.
Actually, I'm really looking forward for more. Okay, see, because for the past few years, right, government have implement license property. Property agent must have license, right?
Yes,
insurance agent as well.
Oh yes,
so it's tidy up. Government have been tidying up all these things. So I hope one day Singapore renovation and ID industry won't be so messy lah.
Wow. Okay, guys, you heard it first from Mr. Eric Ong. I think what he said is very, very relevant. That you have accredited bodies, the government is really taking charge. But when it comes to interior design, it's not there yet.
Not there yet.
Wow.
It's mainly now we are trying to do for SIDS, and SIDS is a non-profit organization. Okay, so we are just trying our tidy effort to push forward Wow. We hope that we can get more support from the public.
Wow.
Otherwise, it's as messy that people get conned. This contractor run away. A lot of this issue happening.
Scamming. It's still happening. In fact, just last week come out certain news.
Yes.
But we're not going to cover that today. Okay, Eric. Move on. Not all path is laid with how should I put it? It's like a bed of roses lah. Everybody's path is different. I am sure out of the many achievements that you have achieved, there should be one or two failures. You want to share with me your one major failure that you have experienced in your life as an interior designer?
Well, actually,
sorry to ask this question. If you can answer I cannot answer that thing. Fail something that you fail. I say, alamak, I didn't get it. Alamak, I should have done this. Alamak, that kind of thing.
Actually, there's a lot of failure in life, I believe, for every individual. What we need to do is we just learn our mistake and move on. So to me, there isn't any particular very big failure. Along the way, there's a lot of small failure. We just have to learn and then move on and improve lah. That's life, right?
Yeah, that's life. Yes, I agree. Okay, knowing that, now if let's say someone asks to be your apprentice or say, Mr. Eric Ong, can I learn under you? Can I be your intern or somebody to learn under you? Apprentice lah, basically, and to learn all that you know. What will be one of the first thing that you want to teach that person?
I would say life is not a destiny; it's a progress. So when learning is a fun thing lah.
Yes.
To me, it's a fun thing. So you should be more relaxed. I mean, as in, besides teaching all those design things, I think I will talk more about philosophy of life.
Wow.
I think that will really balance between work, design, and life. Right?
Are you looking for any apprentice? You wanna?
Come join us.
Okay, guys.
Just a joke, ISH stand for what?
I never asked. I don't know.
You don't know, right?
Yeah.
I so hot.
Okay.
Sorry. It's too lame, right?
So, okay, this is live. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. Let me move on. Last. In fact, got 3 more questions, but the last one is a bit secret. So viewers, please hold on and watch until the end. Next question, Eric. Is there anything that I did not ask you, but you would like to share, perhaps in an interior designer point of view? Is there anything else that you want to share? Perhaps you want to call in more interior designers into SIDS and all that. You want to share about that a little bit more?
Okay. I will say that design is very subjective.
Yeah, of course. Yes,
okay, it's just like I like my wife, you like your wife, right? Everybody have their own taste. So there's no right or wrong design. It's just that which one is more preferred by the public, who are widely accepted, so that people make money using that big group of design. Some designers, they have very strong personal taste, whereby they design something but it's very exclusive, only small percentage of industry like their taste. Wow. But that doesn't mean that
everybody will like it.
Everybody will like it. Yeah. So to me, I'll say that in design, right, importantly is when you serve the client, I think that try not to push your design to your client too hard. Okay. Because bear in mind, if it's a residential, right, they are the one who stay inside the house, not you. Maybe they hate that color or that shape, but you like it as a designer. You are putting pain in people's home, right? So that is one part I want to re-emphasize, because I noticed that a lot of designers with pride, they say, no, you want to engage me, you must use all my design, So I will say that paymaster have their choice.
Of course, at the end of the day, the person with the money, your client, your customer will have the final say. All right, Eric, thank you so much. Thank you very much for joining us and sharing with us and answering all my questions. Ladies and gentlemen, if let's say you guys have any questions for Mr. Eric Ong, you can send me an email at z@renotalk.com and I will forward all those questions to Mr. Eric Ong. Once again, he's the director from Ish Interior Design Holdings Private Limited. But wait, haven't finished yet. Got 2 more. Okay, our next part is where I'm going to ask you about a current situation, haven't been answered yet, which is found inside our forum. Okay. I'm going to ask you this, so if you can answer, you answer. If you cannot answer, then cannot answer. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please listen properly. I'm not going to mention the names of the forum user. Okay. Hi guys, I have a 27-year-old 3-room flat at somewhere, which needs to be renovated. I was told that this unit is due for Home Improvement Program, HIP, voting this coming July. Okay, this HIP should start in about a year's time. I will want to renovate the whole house, including kitchen and bathroom. But with the upcoming HIP, I don't know, I'm faced with a dilemma of whether to renovate the bathroom or wait for the HIP. I'm collecting my keys in about June or later this year.
Okay.
What shall I do first?
Okay, first of all, right?
This is expert opinion.
Not expert, just sharing our point of view. I will advise the homeowner to check out what are the patterns what are the tentative HDB design that provide for the bathroom. Okay. There's a reference one, you can go HDB and find out. Okay. Then number 2 is ask yourself a question, whether do you like this design and taste or not. Of course, lastly, as I keep mentioning in this chat, right? Price is one of the key factors. So HDB, why have the home improvement program is HDB really subsidized a lot for this 2 toilet and the backyard, the kitchen, the room issue.
Certain area,
So if price is one of the key factor, I think he probably have to wait. He can renovate the other part first and leave the home improvement program to do the balance. Okay.
All right. Thank you. All right, guys. Viewers, hopefully you guys can get you guys heard the answer, and hopefully you guys can get some guidance from Mr. Eric Ong's answer. We have come to the penultimate end, There's left one more part. So this is the part where everything started everything started with being so serious. Eric also, can you see his face was not thinking so hard how to answer. So now I'm gonna ask him. Okay, if he wants to answer, he answer. If you do not want to answer, then don't answer lah. I'm sure you guys have watched, take a look at other talk show, Chinese, Malay, Ang Mo kind of talk show. So they have usually at the end they have something which is funny. So we try to inculcate something, a funny element. So I have with me this tin, 不是 tin 啊，是洞，这个洞 this silver color tong. Inside I have questions which I put it like that. Funny kind of questions. So I will now invite Mr. Eric Ong to choose one, read out the question, and he have to answer. It might seem funny, maybe some of you don't think it's funny, but let's find out. Mr. Eric Ong, are you okay with that?
I thought the funny one is I'm so hot right now.
Seriously, are you okay? Okay, thank you. Let's go. Pick up one and show it to the camera, and read out and show it to the camera. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, sponsored by Renotalk, guys. Can you read out, please?
Wow, if you're wrongly put into the IMH, how would you convince them that you're actually sane and not just pretending to be sane?
Okay, let me ask in a much more local way lah. If let's say now you are wrongly put into Xiao Lang Keng is IMH, how will you convince them that you're actually not Xiao and not pretending to be sane? How will you do that?
How to convince them?
Now you inside Xiao Lang Keng already, how to convince them that you're not Xiao?
Just ask them one question. Am I not hot?
Alright, with that, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the first 618 show with my first host, Mr. Eric Ong. Thank you so much for joining us, and hopefully to see you guys again in our next episode. This has been Zeno, this is Zeno, and this has been the 618 show. Mr. Eric Ong, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And I'll see you guys again. Bye-bye.
Last but not least, I will really urge, the public ID who are practicing ID but haven't joined SIDS.
Okay.
Please come forward to SIDS, understand what is SIDS about, what we do, and then let's build the industry and improve the industry together.
Okay, let's improve the interior designing industry together. Alright guys, I'll see you guys again. Bye bye.